Good evening. Thank you for joining us for our regularly scheduled council meeting. It's Tuesday, March 10th at 7 p.m. Ms. Clerk, if you'll call the roll.
Charlie Davidson,
Here.
John Wells,
Here.
Linda Westhafer,
Here.
Charles Schwenke,
Here.
Terry Osborne,
Here.
Troy Hill,
Here.
Brandy Bailey, Jim Schrader. Mr. Mayor, you have a quorum.
Thank you. I call the meeting to order, and we'll begin. If you'll please stand. Councilman Davidson will lead our invocation, and Councilwoman Westhofer will lead our pledge.
All right, you bow your heads with me. Father God, we just thank you for this night, Lord, and we pray that you give us guidance and wisdom as we work through the business of this city here in Park City. Lord, continue to help us to do great things, to make this a great city for those that live, work, and visit here, Lord. I continue to pray for, Lord, our city administrators, our department directors, our workers, Lord, that you continue to just give them strength and guidance as they work to help this city run smooth. Lord, we pray specifically for Sean Fox, our city administrator tonight, and his family as the loss of his mother-in-law, and that you would give them just strength and comfort during this difficult time. We just pray and ask all this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. Okay, first start out with approval of the agenda. Terry,
I move to approve the agenda.
did you have a change?
Okay, yeah, you want to do that now then? I do move to approve the agenda with one change. I would like to move item 4 from the consent agenda to new business, item 6.
Okay. Is there a second? Charlie?
I'll second that.
Okay, motion by Terry to approve with the amendment, moving item 4 on the consent agenda to item 6 under new business. Seconded by Charlie. Seeing no other discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item passes 6-0. And I'm sorry, I failed to mention that both council members that are not here tonight notified me in advance that they had some conflicts. Okay. Next, we have awards and presentations. Dana?
Thank you, Mayor Lanhair. Although there is no city administrator's report this evening, we would like to take a moment to recognize the reason why the mayor was unable to attend the last council meeting. Mayor John Lanhair, also known professionally as Lieutenant Colonel Lanhair of the Kansas Highway Patrol, was being honored by the Wichita Metro Crime Commission as the Criminal Justice Professional of the Year. The award recognized Lieutenant Colonel Lanhair's distinguished career in public safety. Throughout his service, he has served in numerous roles, including jailer, sheriff's deputy, state trooper, training officer, union representative, supervisor, commander, leader, and partner. He joined the Kansas Highway Patrol in 1999 and was appointed to the position of Lieutenant Colonel in 2023. As the second in command of the Kansas Highway Patrol, the award noted that he brings broad experience across local and state law enforcement, a tireless work ethic, and a deep commitment to the men and women of the KHP. It also highlighted that his leadership extends beyond law enforcement through his service as the mayor of the city of Park City. On behalf of the city staff, we would like to extend our sincere congratulations to Mayor Lanhair and thank him for his continued professional and personal commitment to providing the highest level of service to the residents of Park City and the citizens of the state of Kansas.
Well, thank you. I like how you snuck that in there.
You had no idea. I know.
Have an agenda item to sneak that in.
Thank you, Mayor.
Well, it's an honor to serve the city and to serve the state the way I do, but thank you for the recognition, and I enjoy the service to the city and to the state, so thank you guys. Enjoy serving with each of you. All right. Awards and presentations completed, public forum. Have Madison Belrose signed up. I welcome. If you want to come forward. You don't have to give your address since you wrote it down, but I see you're here to talk about Pratt Industry noise. So you have 5 minutes to speak and go ahead.
Thank you. Good evening. My name is Maddie, and I am a homeowner in the Prairie Hills Association whose property backs up to the Pratt Industries facility. I'm here tonight to speak about nuisance and safety concerns related to the lack of an effective barrier between Pratt Industries loading docks and the neighboring residential properties. To respect the council's time, I'm the only resident speaking tonight. However, please know that a number of our residents in our neighborhood share these concerns and feel strongly about the issue, even if they could not be present. Firstly, I'd like to address the noise pollution coming from Pratt Industries property. There are frequent disturbances during nighttime hours, including trucks beeping while reversing, forklifts dropping materials, and excessive honking. These noises regularly begin around 10 p.m. and continue until as early as 5 or 6 in the morning. Multiple residents report hearing these sounds clearly inside their homes, even if their doors and windows are closed. I can personally attest that the noise is loud enough to be heard even while running a white noise machine at night. This ongoing disruption affects the sleep and well-being of our families, including our pets and children. In addition to the noise concerns, there are also privacy and safety issues. In recent weeks, while spending time on my deck, I have been whistled at and yelled at by drivers who can see through the existing tree line. We do not know who these truck drivers are. What screening may or may not be conducted by Pratt Industries or their vendors. And residents, I feel, should not feel watched by strangers in their own backyards, let alone be subjected to harassment. We understand that capturing these issues can be challenging, especially because many of the disturbances do occur late at night and may stop before anyone is able to respond to the complaint. Because of this, residents in our neighborhood are beginning to gather more detailed documentation. One homeowner has started taking recordings of the nighttime noise and is willing to provide those to the council if that's helpful. Additionally, members of the neighborhood are looking into obtaining a decibel reader so that we can collect specific sound level measurements and share those with the city at a future meeting. We also respectfully ask the council to consider whether there may be an opportunity for the city to help investigate these concerns during the nighttime hours when they're occurring. For example, this could include a late night observation or a third-party noise assessment to better understand the impact on nearby residents, though we will continue to collect our own evidence. While the existing tree line may provide some visual screening during the summer months, it does not adequately address the noise or privacy concerns residents are experiencing. My goal in speaking tonight is to bring this issue to the council's attention and to let you know that our neighborhood is actively working to gather more information. In the meantime, we respectfully ask the council to consider what measures could be implemented to reduce noise and provide a more effective barrier between the Pratt Industries property and the adjacent residential homes. Park City continues to grow, and as new businesses move into the area, we hope the well-being and quality of life of existing residents will remain an important priority alongside that growth. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Thank you, Madison.
Thank you.
John?
Madison, is there any kind of fence there now?
Apologies. There is no current fence there right now.
Okay.
I do have a picture I took earlier today if anyone would like to see it of what the current tree line looks like. It is not, there's no leaves on the trees or anything, obviously, because it's winter and those do exist in the summer.
I think through the years that it's been there, we notice more complaints when the winter months, when there's no leaves on the trees. Obviously the noise, there's sirens, alarms, I guess is what they are, for when trucks are backing in, loading, and doors opening, closing, but yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any staff reports? Okay, consent agenda. Terry,
Move to approve the consent agenda.
thank you. Troy?
Second.
See no further discussion. A motion by Terry, seconded by Troy to approve the consent agenda. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 6-0. Thank you. On to new business. Good evening, Russ. Discuss and consider proposed change of zoning district classification from the I-1 Light Industrial District to the R3 Multiple Family Residential District for property located south of 69th Street North and west of Broadway Avenue.
Thank you, Mayor, council members. Russ Avey, zoning administrator. This is case Z 2026-02. This zoning application area would be in the southern portion of the exhibit that you have displayed. It accounts for approximately 25 acres of land out of an original industrial tract of 74 acres. There will be some remaining industrial land to the south that is also owned by the application group. This zone case is in association with the next case, Z 2026-01, which is to the north all the way up to 69th Street. This particular case in front of you has been recommended 7-0 for approval, subject to withholding the publication of the zoning ordinance until the developer's agreement is recorded with the city and as well as the recordation of the plat. And I'll stand for any questions that you may have.
Thank you. Troy?
Russ, can you explain the difference to me between a garden home and a single family? Sorry, I know it's the first time I've ever seen that.
I've been in this business for 30 years and no, I cannot. A patio home, a garden home, anything like that. So, and it really boils down to the ownership association in my book. To me, it's all single-family residential. We have duplexes or twin homes, whether it's a patio home. Typically, a patio home development back in the day would have been more akin to like a condominium association where the ownership of the unit is with the individual, whereas the land and all reserves and streets and things of that nature would be owned by the association. That is not necessarily the case. I think it is more of a marketing term than it is. It will be a mix of different styles of single-family homes,
Okay,
apartments, and duplexes.
all right, thank you.
And I should also mention that the 3 items that I have on tonight's agenda all are going to be ordinances.
Thank you. All right, I'd entertain a motion. Troy?
If nobody's got any questions, I'll make a motion, recommended approval of the zone changes as presented.
Okay. And Charles?
And I would second that motion.
Okay, any further discussion on that?
Okay, hold on. I guess I'm confused. Do we need to actually approve an ordinance number?
Yes,
Is that what you're telling me?
yes, we need a roll call vote for the ordinance, I believe.
Even though we don't have the ordinance?
We don't have the
we're
physical document because we're withholding publication of that ordinance.
going- Okay, so I need somebody to approve ordinance number, I already numbered, number 3 is 1235, 2026, so this needs to be 1236, 2026. If somebody would make that motion to approve that ordinance.
Troy?
Okay, I'll make that motion for number 1230,
36.
36.
or 1236, 2026,
Along with recommend approval.
along with recommend approval of the zone changes as presented.
And Charles, do you approve that on the
I'd
second?
approve that change.
Any further discussion on it? Russ, does that accomplish everything you're needing?
Yes,
And we
yes,
need
sir.
a roll call vote?
Sorry. Jim, well, he's not here. Linda Westhaver,
Aye.
Charles Schwenke,
Aye.
Terry Osborne,
Aye.
Troy Hill,
Aye.
John Wells,
Aye.
Charlie Davidson.
Aye. Motion passes 6-0. Okay, next on to item 2, discuss and consider proposed change of zoning district classification from the MF29 multifamily residential district of Sedgwick County to the R3 multiple family residential district for property located at the southwest corner of 69th Street North and Broadway Avenue. Russ.
Thank you, Mayor, council members. The second case we have on here, Z 2026-01, is a 44-acre tract that was recently annexed by the city of Park City in January. The site was concurrently zoned through the county from the single-family SF20 district to the MF29 multifamily district, which is as close akin to our R3 zoning district, multiple family zoning district. However, our zoning regulations require a proactive zoning change request upon annexation. So that is the reason that we're also going through the process of zoning this to a multifamily district. This is, again, the northern portion of a larger multifamily mixed residential development. This particular zoning case is approximately 44 acres in size, subject to recommended to the same condition of withholding publication of the ordinance until the plat is recorded and a developer's agreement is finalized with the city. With this case, there was no one speaking for or against the application. It was recommended for approval 7-0 by the Planning Commission. And I'll stand for any questions that you may have.
Thank you. Any questions of council? Terry?
Russ, is this one an ordinance as well?
This is an ordinance as well, and my guess would be
12/37/2026. We don't have the physical ordinance, but we will soon.
I'll address this with legal counsel.
Terry?
I move to approve ordinance 1237-2026 and recommend approval of the zone change as presented.
Thank you. Charles?
And I would second that.
Okay. Any further discussion on this item? Seeing none, this will be a roll call vote. Madam Clerk?
Terry Osborne,
Aye.
Troy Hill,
Aye.
John Wells,
Aye.
Charlie Davidson,
Aye.
Linda Westhaver,
Aye.
Charles Schwenke.
Aye.
Motion passes 6-0. Next to item 3, discuss and consider approval of text amendments to the City of Park City's subdivision regulations regarding lot splits and plat modifications. Russ?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, council members, Russ Avey, Subdivision Administrator. This is a text amendment that we have been discussing with the Planning Commission since December. This was discussed during its February Planning Commission meeting and recommended 7-0 for approval. Basically, what the first part of this amendment seeks is to transition lot split applications from being approved by the Planning Commission down to a staff administrative approval process to keep not only applications moving quickly, but also to take some of the burden off of the Planning Commission. This is similar to how other communities in Sedgwick County handle lot split applications. And I'll stand for any questions that you may have about any specific changes to the text.
Thank you.
And I will also then acknowledge an amendment to Article 11, which deals with appeals waivers and specifically modifications. We are modifying or seeking to amend the approval guidelines or the modification guidelines for subdivision plats, specifically as it relates to or Article 11-103D and E, where we've removed some language from Section D that dealt with modifications of plats, and we incorporated it into the language of E, which basically, again, places Park City in line with the majority of cities within Sedgwick County as it relates to plat modifications. And what that means, and as a matter of fact, we're going to hear a case next Monday at Planning Commission dealing with the platting of smaller lots, the platting of different building setbacks. Again, plat modifications override zoning bulk regulations, and so we just want to make those two things more concurrent and more in line with how other communities handle those types of platting modifications. And I'll stand for any questions as it relates to that.
Charles?
I don't really have any questions. I was liaison when this was first brought up, and I know the Planning Commission favored it 7-0, and it really puts us in line with, like say, with the other communities. Plus, one of the goals of our community is to simplify things, make things move faster, you know.
Yes, sir.
And that's always a goal. And so if no one actually has any other questions, I would make a recommendation or make a motion for the approval of the text amendments as presented.
And you will need to approve ordinance number 1235, 2026.
The ordinance too.
This is actually an ordinance that she has that I,
Okay, it's 1235.
Yes.
All right. Recommend approval of ordinance 1235, 2026 to be approved by, and the text amendments as presented.
Thank you, Charles. Do I have a second? John Wells.
I second.
Okay, motion by Charles Schwenke, seconded by John Wells. This will be a roll call vote. Ms. Clerk?
Linda Westhafer,
Aye.
Terry Osborne,
Aye.
Charles Schwenke,
Aye.
Troy Hill,
Aye.
John Wells,
Aye.
Charlie Davidson.
Aye. Motion passes 6-0.
thank you. And Marlo, I'll do better next time, I promise.
Thank you. Next, we have discuss and consider the 2026 street rehabilitation options. Gina?
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Every year, the Public Works Department develops and presents options for the annual street rehabilitation program. Street rating scales, visual inspections, surrounding conditions, future development, and budgetary amounts, among other factors, are used when determining which streets to propose for rehabilitation. Staff will be seeking discussion and guidance from the governing body on two options, as well as presenting a list of identified needed improvements for consideration as funds become available. Option number one includes 77th Street from Hydraulic Avenue to the East City limits, 1/2 mile, full-depth reconstruction with 7-inch asphalt. Randall Street, Charleston to Frontenac, full-depth reclamation, or FDR, with 4-inch asphalt. And 61st Street South Frontage Road, or Keachai Drive, from Independence Drive to Judson Drive, full-depth concrete replacement. The estimated cost for option number one is $1.6 million. Option number two is Broadway Avenue, 63rd Street to 85th Street, 2-inch mill and overlay. And this estimated cost is $1.5 million. I would like to also mention our watch list options, and it continues to grow as we identify new areas. But on our watch list, we have Longmont Street, Evanston to Frontenac with an FDR. We have Evanston and Denver, west of West Parkview, with a full-depth replacement, 5-inch asphalt. The 61st Street North Frontage Roads, from west of Independence Drive to East Parkview Avenue, and full-depth concrete replacement. And Hydraulic Avenue East Frontage Road, from Broadbeck Street to Ravina Street, full-depth concrete replacement. Those all come in at an estimated cost of $1.4 million. Staff is recommending approval of option number one for the 2026 Street Rehabilitation Program. This is a budgeted item to be paid from the Special Streets and Highway Fund. And I stand for any questions or comments that you may have.
Charles. Oh, I'm sorry. Charlie.
Thanks, Gina. I appreciate how aggressive we've been on our streets and our roads. I know 77th and Hydraulic has continued, that's probably one of the #1 calls I get from residents. So I'm in favor of option 1 for 2026. I think that's a great option. So that's, just wanted to weigh those 2 cents in.
Thank you. Charles?
I agree with Charlie completely, that that is one that meets the public eye big time for some reason. There must be a lot of local people use that road, and it's in bad shape, you know. And we did a nice little patch on the thing, which made it much more, you know, passable anyway, which was great for this last year, but it's time to do it, and we'll get that thing out of our hair that way and be done with it, you know, at least for another 20 years.
Thank you. Anybody else? Charlie?
I make a motion to approve option 1 of the proposed 2026 street rehabilitation program.
John Wells.
I second.
Okay. Motion by Charlie Davidson to approve option 1, seconded by John Wells. Is there any further discussion on this topic? Okay, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes 6-0. Next, item 5, discuss and consider purchase of a truck.
Staff is requesting to purchase an F600 truck with full fabrication and equipment for the department operations, as well as snow removal from Master Tech Truck and Equipment. The F600 replaces a 2001 F350 one-ton with 70,000 miles, which has been inoperable the majority of this past year. The truck will be used to haul away large material from job sites, transport hot mix for street patches and repairs, and is a part of the snow response fleet for plowing, and will provide the opportunity to do in-house brining of our streets in preparation of inclement weather. Staff preference would be to utilize a local vendor due to the close proximity for fabrication, modification, or repairs. This ask does include a plow, a brining system, and the Hardox application, which acts as a protectant to the steel from denting, gashes, or scratches from concrete, asphalt, or other jagged material, which will be loaded into the truck bed. This quote utilizes Sourcewell pricing, and staff is recommending approval of the purchase with $35,000 budgeted and paid from the vehicle fund, $44,400 unbudgeted to be paid from the vehicle fund, and the remaining $112,902 to be paid from the Special Streets and Highway Fund. I would also like to note that staff is currently working to update our 2022 vehicle replacement plan, which when done will help us to more accurately budget for these type of vehicle replacements. The goal is to complete those updates by May in conjunction with the 2027 budget process. I do recommend approval of this item, and I stand for any questions you may have.
Charles?
What will be done with the 2001 unit?
We will try to Purple Wave it. It has issues, but it would probably still have some value on Purple Wave.
It's not repairable?
It is not repairable. We've had multiple engine issues with it. The hydraulics on the truck bed no longer works properly. The truck bed gets stuck up in the air and won't come down, so.
Okay, this new truck has a dump bed on it too, doesn't it?
It does have a dump bed. It's not quite as fancy as the last one that we purchased, but it will work well for the street department and for the park department and doing their various operations. The brining system can slide in and out of that truck bed, so we can use it the majority of the year for our other operations, and then once we hit snow season, we can load it up with the brining system.
Okay.
Thank you. Charlie?
Yeah, just a question, Gina. Didn't we buy a truck like a year or so ago to do snow removal?
We did. So
How's this different?
it's a little beefier. It's the
Oh,
best
okay.
way I can put it. So there's two things that we really wanted to accomplish with snow removal. One of those being able to do our own brining, and the other one being able to pre-wet material as we throw it down. And so when we originally purchased the 5500, we were under the impression that we could use that for the brining system. It's not the case. It will not hold enough weight, and it did not include the hydraulic system needed. So the 5500 that we recently purchased, that will be used for the pre-wetting material. It essentially wets the sand and salt as you're throwing it down on the road and helps it get a more even melt. This would be used for the pre-brining, which we do in the days leading up to a snowstorm.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Any other questions? Charlie?
I move to approve the purchase of a truck from Master Tech Truck and Equipment in an amount of not to exceed $192,302, with $79,400 to be paid from the vehicle fund and $112,902 to be paid from the Special Streets and Highway Fund.
Troy?
I'll second.
Anybody else have any discussion on that? We're not clicking, but I'm not getting anything.
I canceled mine.
Okay. All right. Motion by Charlie, seconded by Troy to approve. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes 6-0.
Thank you.
Yes. Item 6, change order. Gina, if you'd stay up, if you don't mind. You'll probably be the best one to explain this one.
Okay.
Can you just go through this change order and kind of explain it to council, kind of how it came to fruition and?
Sure.
what's
So when we originally went out to bid on these projects, we included a certain amount of curb and gutter replacement as well as crack sealing. When our bids came in favorably, we added more streets. So we added Fairchild, Upchurch, and those 3 courts for the mill and overlay. In doing that, that increased the quantity of the crack sealing material that we needed after they milled the 2 inches off and filled those cracks. And it also increased the linear feet of curb that we needed to replace. So this change order, the $28,000, reflects the increased curb and the increased crack sealing material.
So on the change order. Does the funding come out of, it would come out of the 2025 street rehab? I mean, where's it come out of? Special Streets and Highway?
It would come out of the Special Streets and Highway Fund.
For 26 rather than 25?
I mean, I'm going to defer that question to Dee. Our contract was originally for 2025. This change order came in 2026. We are still currently working on our 25 projects in 26.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, like, how will that? So it would have to go.
Okay, so sounds like it is coming out of 2026 budget.
Okay. And we just took 112, 113,000 almost out of there. Are we still good to do this additional 28,000, I guess, that's, wasn't planned?
So the equipment, the 112,000 would be a different part of that Special Streets and Highway Fund than this change order line item.
Okay. All right. Okay, I would entertain a motion from council unless you have any additional questions. Charlie.
I move to approve the change order number 2 from Pearson Construction in the amount of $28,091.01 for 2025 street rehabilitation part 2.
Thank you, Troy.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Motion by Charlie, seconded by Troy. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes 6-0. Next, I have council comments. Charlie?
Congrats on your award. I was not aware, but well-deserved.
Thank you.
I don't have anything else.
John?
He stole mine, so we're good.
Linda?
I feel a pattern coming on. He stole mine.
Yeah, extend my congratulations to you two on those awards. They're well-deserved, and I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Terry?
Ditto.
Well, I'm gonna buck the system because that's just who I am. I would like to know what the city, what our options are with the nuisance thing that she talked about. I would like to see what the city can do to either pressure them to do it or to put in a wall or something. Because it's not the first time we've heard this, obviously. So I think something needs to be done. The other one is just thoughts and prayers for our troops right now with the things that are going on. And hopefully we get home either before or after the rain hits. That's all I got.
Very good. Well, I would entertain a motion to adjourn. Terry?
Move to adjourn.
Thank you, Terry. Charlie?
Second.
Motion by Terry, second by Charlie to adjourn. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passed 6-0.